Wait, what?
So they're gonna have to spoon feed me all this because I'm just there's like I was trying
Speaking
to
of
like
spoon feeding, I mean, that sounds like a good family activity. You know what? Just reeks family.
uh having to
Christmas.
buy gifts.
Exactly.
Christmas is great.
Yeah.
It's the dawning,
Just
you
spoon
know.
feed that cheer right into my fat, chubby little face. And thus Bungie
Like
released their latest TWAB talking about the dawning. Dead. Take
oh
it away.
yes, oh my gosh, like the dawning armor is amazing, bro. It's
Seeing it
it's nice.
outside of
Like
the outside of the little sketches and everything, I will say it does look a lot
yes,
better.
it was. Dude, I'm about to be wearing it year round. I'm gonna make so many different styles with it, bro. I'm about to be fashion. I'm about to be sauceing, bro. I'm about to
The
be
amount of
strutting. You know
drip.
what I'm saying? I'm about to be looking. I'm about to be dripping and drip gonna drip off me, boy. But I mean, the Dawning armor looks nice. So as far as armor is concerned, we got some sleek, cool armor. Like emphasis, pun intended, on cool stasis and everything. Pun intended. The Dawning armor is great. Now the weapon, I am so glad that the weapon, it's called the what? Glacio Chasm. Glacio Chasm.
I think so. I think it's a glacioclasm. Yeah,
Glacio Chasm. That sounds. I thought like at first just by hearing that, I thought it was like a stasis fusion rifle. I was like, yo,
it would have been so dope
they
if it
this fusion,
was.
but it is void, right?
Yeah,
Void.
yeah. It's a void. It's a high impact. So essentially, it's air until holiday deletion inbound.
Yeah, that's not a mistletoe you want to get kissed by,
No,
especially in Trials or Crucible.
you get
But
kissed
I
by that
mean,
thing. You get
it's
bitch slapped
it's
with it.
nice. I'm glad that it's something. It's not a bow. It's not a linear fusion rifle. It's something different this time because we've
Yeah,
had hand cannons, we have auto rifles, we've had those already, but we now got a new fusion rifle we can all go after and use. Because I was under the impression after Festival of the Lost, and they just kind of gave us rerolls of
that was
Horror
disappointing.
Story. I was so disappointed. That was a big opportunity to drop two brand new weapons before Beyond Light, but I figured that'd be too much for Bungie's little
Yeah,
little developing team, I guess.
I'd
Or they
like to
couldn't just
think
hawk out.
that had it released with Beyond Light, we would have gotten something different, but we just don't know. I'd like to think
Yeah, that's
that.
true. They probably still would have gave us those same roles, them
Oh,
same ones.
probably.
But I mean, this time it's not the SMG. Didn't even grind for it because I had Exit Strategy and Recluse at the time during those seasons. For those of
And
you
they were
that's been around
arguably,
that long, you would
they were
know
arguably better.
the Exit Strategy was far better in
Yeah,
PVE usage than
it was a,
whatever the
I
holiday
think it
one
was like a
was.
900 or something like that SMG, whereas the Cold Denial or whatever the hell it was like a 750 or something.
Yeah, it was. I didn't even bother getting it last year. I just totally skipped over it. It was a no go for me. But the fusion rifle, oh my gosh, beautiful looking. Can't wait to see the ornament for it.
600 and 450,
Um,
that's what it was, I think.
are we only getting one ornament for it? It's usually just one, so it's probably like a little holiday ornament.
Are you talking about for
And
the
the
Fusion?
yeah, the fusion
Oh
rifle.
no, that's its base body.
Oh, so
Yeah,
well, they might throw one in there for us toward the end of the holidays,
they might.
or they
It'd
might
be
wait and
nice.
give us
We
one for
do
Crimson
have
Waves.
two weapon ornaments that, as far as I'm aware, are only going to be acquirable with silver, and one of them is for the Xenophage, and the other one is for what is that weapon? You know, the auto rifle that gives you your melee energy back.
Oh,
That I'm blanking.
Monte Carlo.
Monty, good old Monty. We're getting two ornaments for those, and as far as I'm aware, those ones will have to be purchased with silver, as well as I think a finisher and something else. I can't remember what it is.
I have I have the funds.
Oh yeah, well of course you have the funds, but for us lowly bright dust peasants,
I
we
mean,
may
I
have
got
to go
13.
ahead and just like dip and
Got
dive.
13K in Bright Dust. I mean, who doesn't? Some people have more. But I feel like every time I get a lot of Bright Dust, and then the holiday season rolls around in the shop, I feel like everything's the equivalent of how much Bright Dust I have.
Pretty
Like,
much, yeah.
it's
If you
gonna
want a
be
full
half of it.
armor
It's gonna be
set in bright
7,000.
it yeah, if you want a full armor set in bright dust, it usually ends up bringing you up around about 6K.
Yeah, because I think I got. the wolf, the
Yeah,
from last season. I bought that whole set off Bright Dust, and it was a lot. I think it was around 6,000. But
yeah,
I
no,
just
it was because I was debating on that one or the Scarecrow. I opted for the Scarecrow.
I like the wolf because it was unique. Didn't like the
I just
little
wanted that
canister
fucking hood.
thingy.
Um,
Pretty dope.
some other neat little side notes to go ahead and mention. Oh, by the way, actually, the fusion rifle, it actually has some decent potential both in PvP and PvE.
I
Um,
want to say that's how they designed it. I mean, come on, it's a holiday weapon. It's got to
it
be used
should
for
be,
all
yeah, it
things.
should be a good mid tier option. Especially seeing that we haven't really had a good fusion rifle in a hot minute. I know that we have the one with Beyond Light, but honestly, it's trash for PvP. I
There's
haven't.
one with Beyond Light.
Mhm.
Oh,
I,
well, then it must be trash because I haven't
it's
gotten it yet.
absolutely trash. It shoots in a horizontal
RNG can
spread.
keep it. I don't want it then.
I think that you have to unlock it with Varix, and that may be why you haven't gotten a drop.
Oh yeah,
Um,
us
that
working class and Kane don't have time to do sabotages. We only do raids.
the rules I'm interested in on it are slide shot or killing wind paired up with either swashbuckler or high impact reserves. Pretty sure that's the perk that I'm looking at here. Yeah, high impact reserves.
Wait,
Those
can
would.
you pre-fire using Mask of Backers? Can you still pre-fire
I
with
want to
the
say
fusion?
so, but I'm not sure.
Just
I
imagine
don't use
light
fusion
shifting and
rifles.
getting slapped.
Oh man, I would hate that. I hate it when it happens with a freaking shotgun, but at the same time, it's just so cool seeing somebody just like instantly appear, and you're like, what? It's like
Nani?
that moment where yeah, the screen like fades to like that black and white. Nani? Onewashi shinderu. Oh, so you dare to approach me? But it was me, Dio. So
That's
yeah,
funny.
no. um, that being said, yeah, no, the fusion actually, I'm not a fusion rifle person, but I would pick that up and I'd play a few games with that. I'd probably use it
I mean,
more in
I'll give it a
PVE.
few Vanguard runs while I'm, grinding out my aspects still because I'm far behind.
True, true.
So, but I mean, overall, it's a good weapon.
They
So
also
what
have
was
some
the
neat. They also have some other neat things that are coming up inside of the Dawning, and these are some things that I've heard people like the TDT podcast, and I wish I could remember the entire name. I'll put a link to them. You should check them out as well. Um, they had been talking about sparrows and how to make them interesting, bringing back like armor stats, health stats, and different speed boosts and such like that to the sparrows again. Because we had these sort of things in D1 where you would have a sparrow that you could grab at 140 base speed or 135 base speed and slap in an engine drive into it, and you now have a darn decent Sparrow. Or if you got one from the Vanguard, you slap a new engine drive in it. It had to be a specific engine drive. I do not remember the engine drives from back in D1, but you would have one of the best Sparrows in the game. This is, of course, when Sparrow League actually was in Destiny 1, and we don't have it in Destiny 2, so it makes sense why they dropped it. But at the same time, trying to go ahead and add personality to some of these little offshoot aspects of our Guardian, trying to make it feel more as an MMO, which is more what Destiny is trying to lean towards. So we have new ships.
definitely leaning towards?
Oh yeah. Now we have new ships that are coming in, and we have new sparrows that are coming in. But on the
Oh, the
ship
ship is
aspect,
beautiful. I'm buying it.
I'm not a
Buying the
huge
new
fan
ship.
of the body of the ship, but what they're doing with the ships, I actually think are pretty darn cool. Number one, you have special shader ornaments that you can apply to the ship that are kind of
Yeah,
interactive. So let's say, just for
but
instance, the
they're
first thing,
exclusive to that ship,
yeah,
I believe they said.
at the
Like, yeah,
moment,
it's gonna
this
be
is
exclusive to the ship.
exclusive to the ships that are coming to the Dawning, which is very cool. I'm down for it. It gives you another reason to go ahead and grind the event.
Oh, don't forget the
That loot
afterburner
incentive. I
effects
love the
too.
loot. Yeah, no, that's another thing I was getting to. But let's say you slap on one of these ornaments, and from what I understand, from the way that they're saying, and I screwed this up last time with the freaking uh,
You got this. You got this.
the freaking Solstice of Heroes. I thought the ornaments were gonna go one way, and it turned out no, it wasn't just the glows. So I could be speaking incorrectly on this. I could have misunderstood it, but the ornaments on these ships, for instance, let's say you just have scrolling snowflakes and stuff like that. It's going to be very interesting. Again, it's a minor thing, but it's something that kind of does get me hyped. The other thing is, as Dad pointed out, different engines or engine like afterburn effects, and that's another thing that I think is pretty cool. Just like our sparrows, I want to say it was the Dawning Sparrow last season would drop glimmer as you drove away. The one right before that had snow that came off of its little like sled trail. Um, so neat little things to go ahead and grind for cosmetic wise, as actual usability inside the game day to day.
Oh yeah,
All in all, yeah,
most definitely.
I'm kind of I'm low key kind of hyped for the dawning. I'm not a huge Christmas person. It is one of my preferred holidays, but I think that this seasonal event is actually looking to be pretty cool.
Evil Levante works for Zavethon. Just throwing that out there.
Well, we all know this. I hate that woman. She never gives me the roles that I need.
But she do be giving out them cookies.